I like to say good, blessed Friday morning, September the 3rd, 2021, the time being 7:08 a.m. I'd like to greet everyone all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you are black, white, light-skinned, or dark-skinned. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I put on social internet. Again, I would say it doesn't matter whether you give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's your prerogative. You have a First and a 14th Amendment right to do that. What I want to talk about today, you all, first I want to say rest in peace to the young 18-year-old female from Chicago, Illinois, who went down to, from Chicago, Illinois, who went down to Carbondale, Illinois, this year to attend SIU, Southern Illinois University, for 1 week before she was shot and killed in a rental house at 501 West Cherry Street in Carbondale, Illinois. It's a history with that house. It's a history with another house in the 300 block of Cherry, where someone was shot at a house party in one of the rental houses, I believe owned by the same individual. The police, the Carbondale, Illinois police, said that they made some heroic efforts by conveniently finding a pickup truck to take the gunshot wound victim back in April of 2021 to the hospital, while one drove the truck, another one put the shotgun victim in the back of the truck and was doing CPR. So they gave a celebration for these individuals. The newly elected chief of police gave a celebration for these individuals around April the 26th, somewhere around there, 2021, praising them for doing some heroic acts, which he said wasn't protocol, but they said that the ambulance was too busy to come to that shooting then. They failed to say, to the best of my recollection, knowledge, and research, the individual that they put in the back of the truck, they said that they was doing CPR. I believe he lost his legs and his arms, but I ain't here to talk about that right now. I'm here to show y'all something, how the Carbondale Police Department, how some of the organizations and leaders in Carbondale, Illinois, how some of the criminals and slumlords in Carbondale, Illinois, how some of the people that said that they are representing SIU, Southern Illinois University, I want to show y'all some of the things that they put up responding to my YouTube videos when I said that the owner of the house was the young female that was 18 years old who was shot and killed at 501 West Cherry Street, and 3 other people was shot and wounded, where the ambulance again didn't show up. So the police said that they did another heroic act by putting the female in their car and taking her to the hospital, where they said she died there. But if you look at the newspaper articles real good, they said that they resuscitation efforts, they CPR efforts failed. So if it failed and they put her in the car, that means that she didn't live. Before they even put her in the car, she was dead. But look at this here real good now. When I told people that the family should get paid from the homeowner who the house party was being taken care in, that they should be responsible for the death of this girl. Their house insurance should pay for this girl's funeral and for her death. Now, look at the response from this individual called themselves DJ Red Light. Now, listen to it real good. And when you listen to this here, you would know, or you would come to the conclusion it's the homeowner or somebody close to the homeowner of that house where the girl was shot and killed, and where back in April, some other people were shot and injured and lost some of their limbs because not only the ambulance didn't show up, but this homeowner, and you all know who the homeowner is. He's close to the police department. He's close to City Hall. When I say close, he's in their circle, the good old boy system. Now, who else would write this here? And not only that, this individual knows something about my son's death when you look at the remarks he made. And then some of you black SIU students and you NAACP individuals, listen to this real good, and you can see how racist this individual is, how racist the racism is still alive and well in Carbondale, because this statement here is a cruel statement from DJ Red. Now, listen, look at it real good. DJ Red said the houses in question are rentals. Now, who would be worried about me talking about the homeowner should pay? You notice in the news that the police don't speak of nothing about the homeowner. And I want to tell you something else. On that same day, August the 22nd, 2021, on Sunday, even though it happened about 2-something in the morning, the police, I think, came about 3-something in the morning, a.m. that is. I was happened to be there about 8, 9, maybe 10 o'clock, and I seen a group of white people cleaning this area up, y'all. Cleaning it up. I came back about 5 or 10 minutes later. One police was there. I asked her, was she CSI, the crime scene investigator? And she said no. But the crime scene tape was on the floor, on the ground. But look at this here. Who would make this statement besides somebody close to the police, or the homeowner himself, or some criminals out there, most definitely some racist person? Now, SIU students, black SIU students, you listen to this real closely and read it real closely and see what he think about some of you black SIU students. The houses in question are rentals. The student renters who hosted the parties. Let me go back. Satan want me to stop, y'all. The rentals who hosted the parties should be held accountable for the criminal behavior of their guests and expelled / evicted from Carbondale / SIU IMHO. I believe that's signifying in my humble opinion. Let's see how humble their opinion is. Odds are the perps were young black males with an attitude problem and lacking content of character. You see what I'm saying? Commiseration for your loss. Talking about my son. But let's see how sympathetic he is about my son. We see what he think about the black students and what he think about the homeowner, who owns this house. But let's go on. But if you weren't so busy seeing the world only in black and white, they got a lot of nerve when they talking about the black students in SIU, but they said busy. Let me get back, y'all. Just 1 minute here. So busy in the world only, seeing the world only in black and white, and shouting about it like I'm shouting now because I want people to hear it, maybe you would have been here, listen, here in Carbondale. So they there saving your son from himself or whoever finished the job. Ain't that something? But it's commiseration to my loss. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Take a trip around the world rosary and recite the Lord's serenity prayer from sun up to sundown. Peace be rolling. Now, this is somebody in Carbondale, Illinois, that not only know about my son's death, but they show how racist and ignorant they are. They show you how they trying to cover up from the people that owns that house. You see what I'm saying? So they saying it should go on the black males that have attitude problems. But yet y'all want to attack me in Carbondale, NAACP. Y'all don't want to speak up. Let me see what you got to say about that. You other leaders, those of you had the memorial service for the SIU student that was murdered. She was black, and they talking about black folks. Let me see y'all get together like y'all did by the Provision, marching for George Floyd, and like y'all did in Evergreen Park for Breonna Taylor. Let me see if y'all gonna march about this, because we know you ain't gonna march about my son. Me and my two daughters are the only one doing that marching. But let me show you something else. Let's go. This here, I want to show y'all who this is. Now, this Dr. Drew Dog. Y'all see who Drew Dog representing? He got one subscriber, but you see who he representing? That's Southern Illinois business broadcast. You see who Drew, you see what it look like here? Now, let's go back a little bit. Let's see what Drew Dog got to say. You see what I'm saying? Here's Drew Dog. Rest in peace to your son. Now, this is somebody from SIU, y'all, representing SIU. Rest in peace to your son, but you need to focus on that. You too old for all these conspiracy theories and using that girl death for views. If anybody know me, I ain't using this girl's death for views. I'm helping revealing things like that house. It ain't the first time somebody was shot up, who the house owner is, in the relationship with the house owner in the police department, how they clean up stuff, evidence. But, he said I'm too old for conspiracy theories. In other words, he talking about the theory of my son. You see what I'm saying? My son's death, Okay, now, her family won't be too happy about that. It ain't her family ain't happy. It's this individual dude, Drew Dog, some of the people from SIU, the Carbondale Police Department. You see what I'm saying? Maybe some of the NAACP, because they ain't mentioning nothing about them houses. You see what I'm saying? But let's go back. Satan don't want me to finish this here. Okay. Now let's see what he's saying. Her family won't be too happy about that. Speak on your son and stop focusing on something that has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with me, for real. And let's learn the word of the day, rigor mortis, not rigor mortis. Okay, whether I pronounce that right or not, we know what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? You trying to take us off focus, but let's keep on reading with this ignorant individual, Dr. Drew, representing SIU, y'all. Black students, you better wake up. That's showing your mentals are slipping. 100. Last post got removed before it could even be seen. Thought you didn't care about if people liked or disliked. Number one, I ain't never deleted anybody's comment. So I keep comments like this in case they delete it to show you all in Carbondale what you have. Now, these two statements, it's somebody connected with Carbondale University. It's connected with the Carbondale Police Department. It's connected with somebody that owns that house. You see what I'm saying? It's connected with somebody know what happened to my son. You see what I'm saying? But one thing about me, I'm going to keep on keeping on, y'all. Y'all watch this here. Read it real good, y'all. You black SIU students, if you going to protest about something, protest about this statement that they made. I ain't asking to protest with me for my son because me and my 2 young daughters and my family and friends and true followers, we doing that already. And we making some grounds because if we didn't, we wouldn't have these type of attacks. Y'all look at that real good now. They said they sympathized with the death of my son, but yet they said I should have been there trying to save him from himself or whoever finished him off. I talk about the homeowner who keep renting these houses to these people where black people is getting shot and killed, and the homeowner is making this money, and the police ain't finding him, but yet they want to find a black guy that has a club because it was a fight in his club, and he laid here, separated the 2 guys that was fighting, put one outside and put the other one, and kept the other one inside of his club. You see what I'm saying? The one outside tried to come in, so he put chains on his doors so the guy on the outside couldn't come in, but yet I went to City Hall twice. July the 13th of 2021 and August the 10th of 2021. And I seen that brother up there fighting for the citations that they had time enough to write him about that. But they ain't write no citation to this man that owned these houses. More than likely he's white. You see what I'm saying? They talking about, I'm talking black and white. Carbondale, and just like Charleston, Missouri, it is in black and white. You see what I'm saying? When white folks do something, certain white folks do something, they ain't gonna say nothing about it. But see, the police ain't mentioning these houses. The NAACP ain't mentioning these houses. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else mentioning these houses but certain people, but they being overlooked. I know mine ain't gonna be overlooked, but y'all take a look at them. Real good look at them now. Now, the night before this girl got killed, or the same night, it was a fight by the Provision. The same place that these SIU students was marching, said they was marching for George Floyd. George Floyd and Breonna Taylor don't even live in Carbondale, Illinois. But here it is, my son was hung. Ain't no marches about that. This young girl was killed. Ain't no marches about that. The blacks that was shot in the house party on that same street back in April 2001. Ain't no march about that. Ain't no march about black on black crime. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no march. See, that same night, it was a fight by the Provision where these blacks was marching, talking about blacks and white, justice for George Floyd. This year now, May the 25th of this year. But here it is. It was a fight in that Provision, y'all. That night, in the fight, the police came. The police came early in the morning, y'all. 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. One, not even 3 o'clock in the morning, because the shooting took about 2, started about 2 o'clock in the morning. But they went from that Provision downtown, y'all, where the police showed up. Instead of arresting them, and there's cameras out there, these individuals went to that house party and shot it up. Now tell me why that ain't being marched on. You know why it ain't being marched on? Because the police, this white guy that's a slum lord that owned a lot of them houses in Carbondale, Illinois, got money to pay the police off. The NAACP president, they voted this new chief in. One of their members is on the city councilman in on the city council in City Hall. You see what I'm saying? So they can't keep in hush. You see what I'm saying? My son's death is in death investigation. Been over 161 days now, but it ain't been in no paper. Let me see Dr. Drew and DJ Red Light say something about this here. Y'all keep on, because y'all making me get coverage to show the views, to show what type of people is in Carbondale, Illinois, y'all. Black folks ain't no leaders down there sticking up for these people. Why is they picking on the black brother that got a club down there They worried about if he got cameras inside of his club, worry about the cameras that's right across the street from his club, where them blacks was fighting in the streets on August the 22nd, 2021, took the fight after the police let him go, shot a little fog at him. Ain't that something? Shot a little fog at him. Y'all go on ahead and take that a little bit away from downtown. Go kill your own. Think about that, y'all. They let him go, y'all. They want to find cameras. Get the cameras from downtown. They all around downtown. If you black scared to tell who shot him, then that's one thing. But the police know who was out there. Peace be still.